Hello out there. Welcome to Two Sticks. My name is Scott.
My name is Belida.
And we're going to be doing a song reaction by a band that both of us really love.
Really love.
This is Rush.
Red Barchetta.
Yeah, this is a song that we both have heard before, obviously. We both really like. But we've never seen the live version of this song.
I'll just tell you something about me and Rush, man. We could do music reactions to Rush 10, 12 in a row. I could just listen to them all day. We were actually planning this out. Walking through Walmart, we were like, and we were like singing in Walmart trying to remember the lyrics. So
yeah, this is a great song, and it's a little bit underappreciated in my opinion too. So this is Rush live, Red Barchetta, 1980 is when this video was shot.
It's got so much. It's got science fiction. It's got rock and roll. It's got a Red Barchetta.
Fine.
It's a song about a car. This is called Red Barchetta.
I saw a clip of this concert decades ago, and they actually show the car. That's so cool. Look at that. It's got like a Corona around it. Alex Lifeson. That thing he does. It's so subtle. I used to play this on a Walkman back when those existed. Riding my bike through Hamilton Township, New Jersey.
Good times, man, right there.
Yeah, summer. Country place no one knows about. It's as it used to be a farm before the moon turned on. Like you're in the future, they passed the law against cars. Elon Musk won. 1980. I feel like they were so in their prime. Not maybe even before they were like their prime lasted decades, right? But
yeah.
They were so in their stride, so in their strength. I mean, like right now, this is what I'm seeing, right? This is three guys. They went through some changes. They got the new drummer. They put out a few albums, and right around here, I think, was this 2112?
This song was off of Moving Pictures.
Moving Pictures,
I think Moving Pictures came out in '81, and this says that this was a live recording from 1980.
Right.
So they probably already had this song, rehearsed and memorized, and they were probably touring with it.
Right.
And then they went into the studio and recorded all the songs, and then they released the album.
And like this was, to me, this sort of epitomizes what they did in the 80s, because you got the lighting and there's this weird glow around them like they're from another planet, Yeah. Alex Lifeson, he's got that scarlet blazer with the button-down shirt with the top button unbuttoned. Geddy Lee is over there just hanging out like in jeans, and Neil Peart is in the background. I was reading an interview about him in Rolling Stone, and he said, back in those days, playing the way he did, he says, it was like running a marathon while doing equations, and he's got that look of concentration on his face. It's
That's
like
a really good phrase. I might try to use that sometime.
Right?
Running a marathon while doing equations.
Doing equations, right?
That's fantastic.
And they're just sort of there's this synergism about them. They're like the quintessential power trio. And like, when did you first encounter them?
Well, when I was in 4th grade, was when I really started listening to like music, and the first album actually of these guys that I listened to that I got from my dad's collection was Moving Pictures. It was the one that had this song on it, Tom Sawyer, YYZ, Limelight.
And you said Zed.
Yeah. And after that, I used to sit in my room and lay on my bed and listen to that CD on my CD player with my headphones in and just go through the lyric sheet, read all the lyrics to all the songs.
My brothers got into this stuff like in the 70s and early 80s, right?
Yeah.
And this was when everything was vinyl. So they would put it in and they'd be like, either go outside or sit on the couch and don't move. So I'd be like, okay, whatever, right? Let me hear it. And I was just So, you know, there I was introduced to it. It was like this thing where you had to listen to the whole album or not.
Yeah.
And I got so into it.
And to be fair, I think that Rush's music, adults can appreciate it, but it's great for kids, man. For a kid, I feel like listening to Rush is like being on some Disneyland ride somewhere, some crazy magical adventure.
This is going to sound like corny and gushing fan, but I really do believe that if you expose kids to Rush, this type of Rush, not the drug, at an early age, you expand their mind. Like I actually believe that it will do things to their brain that will help them reach their potential intellectually. I really do.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I could see that.
I know enough talking, right? Picks it up, throws it up, catches it. He's like, I got this. And Geddy Lee with like that beak nose, you know, he looks like some kind of hawk or vulture or something, you know?
Yeah, he's got that sick bass line. He's doing the vocals at the same time.
Right. That's the crazy thing, like what he did vocally or musically would be a career in and of itself, but he's putting it together, right? Neil Peart, what he did as a drummer would be enough, but he also wrote the lyrics.
Yeah.
And then Alex Lifeson. How many other people do you know play two-neck guitars?
Not very many.
This was the genesis of computer graphics right here, like the first generation. Come on. The bass line, that bass, it's like the way they play, it goes into my rib cage and rattles my internal organs. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, man.
I can feel that music inside my internal organs. And then he starts laying down the metal.
Yeah, he's got his guitar solo. Alex Lifeson's really underrated, man.
The whole band. And some people, I actually do think that some people are allergic to it musically, like it does things neurologically to them, and they just immediately hate it for all their life. And I just feel sorry. It's like someone's allergic to chocolate cake. I'm like, sorry you're going through that, buddy. Sorry.
You know what's sad about that is I know exactly what you mean, and
Yeah.
you know who it is in my life that is allergic to Rush and can't listen to him?
Who?
My mom.
So this is like a big thing.
Rush, yeah.
So she's like,
does,
turn that down.
Like she will tolerate like the most blistering death metal, but she doesn't want to hear Rush.
Which is
And
interesting.
the thing is that she doesn't like Rush and she doesn't like the Doors.
And those two are not at all.
They're not even
close.
really related.
Oh, I had a conversation with a student of mine, a former student.
Mm-hmm.
He's older than me actually, and he was studying kung fu. He's in Hawaii now, and he's like, yeah, they passed by Texas when I was there, and we just really hated them, and we were making fun of them. And I'm like, well, you know what, Ron? It's okay because you don't have to have musical taste to be my friend or my student. I accept all kinds of people. Oh, I would have loved to have been in that stadium listening to this live. Ahead of me, on the mountainside. So you figure out there's like these floating giant hovercraft things in the future, you know? I wonder if Elon Musk was like inspired by this. He's from Canada. But there must have been roads for him to ride the red Barchetta, right? They were left over of the age of the automobile. Like, it's so subtle because it's about a ride in the countryside, but all of a sudden you're teleported years in the future with this amazing plane. You know?
I know, man. I would have been so happy in this concert. Oh my goodness.
I've listened to this 1,000 times, and every time I listen, it's like new.
Yeah.
It's like I'm having some weird psychedelic experience. Like someone spiked my coffee with something, you know what I mean?
You know what's really cool about Rush is that, like you said, they're the original power trio. There's only 3 people on stage playing instruments. There's a drum, bass, and a guitar, but their sound is so huge. It sounds like there's like 6 or 7 people playing at the same time.
This is what I'll say about them.
Massive, universal, magical sound.
If you compared a rock band to like a military unit. The average rock band is a fire team. Okay, you got a machine gunner. That's like the bassist. You know what I mean? You got a rifleman. You got a grenadier. You got the guy with the big bombs in the back playing the drums. Okay, the vocalist is like the guy that guides it all. Rush, each individual in the band, they're like special forces. They're like the special forces of rock, you know. Each individual is as important, as valuable as 3 or 4 other musicians. To prove that, I mean, at one point they were on stage with 2 double-deck guitars. Well, no, 1 guitar and singing isn't enough for me. I gotta have 2.
Yeah.
And then Alex Lifeson's like, well, I can't let you beat me. Let me get a double-neck guitar. And at one point, Neil Peart's drum set wrapped around him so he could pivot in different directions to do different instruments, you know?
Yeah. Neil Peart is, I think, universally recognized as one of the greatest drummers of all time. You know, one of the greatest rock drummers of all time.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that guy. So many complicated fills, so many energetic tempos, but it never gets too fast,
right.
And it's never boring. He's always keeping things interesting, and then Geddy Lee, you know, the way he's able to balance and manage doing the vocals and putting down these really fat bass lines. And then Alex Lifeson is really creative with how he chooses to use the guitar. You know,
I heard that there was an album, I think it might have been Moving Pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the musicians, the band, like Peart and Lifeson got together and filmed the music. And it was all in this chord that was really difficult for Alex Lifeson to play. And he was doing something, I guess, and didn't get input into it until it was given to him. Okay, let's record this. And it was a Rolling Stone interview. He said, that was the most miserable 2 weeks of my life. He said, and there were times when, during the career, he said, I wanted, you know, we talked about maybe bringing another person to pick up the slack. And they're like, no, we just can't do this. Our principle is that we're a power trio. So instead of bringing in other people, they're like, let's just get better. My nickname for it is compounded complexity. Each player is complex, the band is complex, and then they would compound that complexity as the years went by. And that's probably one of the reasons for their longevity. They just never really stagnated. They were always changing.
their whole discography is probably worth listening to. There's just so much there. It's like 40 years of music you're talking about.
We need more. We definitely will be doing more Rush reactions,
Yeah.
that's for sure, because
So-
we love them so much. I know I do.
We're gonna finish the song out.
And the funny thing is the story is over, the vocals are over, and it's like, okay, now we can really play. The bass guitar on Rush, I always pictured like some dragon in a cave growling like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some creature from the deep depths of the earth with all this power. And then they put in like bells. Thin ties, I remember that. The 80s thin ties. They were pretty cool. I feel at this point like I'm floating down a river on a yacht.
Have you ever gone floating before, like inner tubing?
I've been on some inner tubes now. I've been on a couple boats.
I kind of feel what you're saying there. It kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
And Subdivisions is up next. Let's do Subdivisions.
We could do Subdivision. You want to do a double, two in a row?
No.
It's like every time you listen to a really, a Rush song, it's like there's something new about it. There's some new nuance, something else to focus on.
You can't really go wrong with Rush. I've never heard a bad Rush song, but it may be out there.
I am going to say that I like the earlier work better than the later work. I liked Hold Your Fire. I like that album. But the older stuff, 70s, 80s, I really, really love. Really love it.
And I think that just this year it was announced by Alex Lifeson. I guess he said in an interview that Rush was officially, the members of Rush were officially going their separate ways to pursue other projects. So I don't know when Rush's inception was. It had to have been in the 70s at some point. But still, from whenever it was in the 70s all the way to 2018.
1974.
Yeah, 1974 to 2018, making music. That's incredible, man. Only a handful of bands can do that have been put up quality music for that long. So
and not only that, I want to add that Rush continually reinvented itself, but kept its core. You know what I mean? It kept what the essence of what Rush was. You know, they incorporated synthesizers when synthesizers came out. They incorporated elements of punk. They incorporated riffs from reggae, like in Spirit of Radio. You know what I mean? And as these guys got older, they evolved.
Oh, have you heard the song "New World Man"?
One of my favorites.
That reminds me of kind of like a reggae-ish type of vibe and groove in that song. So
okay, we got to react to that. We got to do that today. We got to do that today. We got to make that another video today.
That is an excellent song, man. Good God.
We can talk about this forever, but I think we need to end this video.
Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Give us some more recommendations of songs you want to hear us react to.
And let's hear from the Rush fans because, you know, we're Rush fans.
Yeah. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Scott.
Belida.
And you guys have a great rest of your day.